Oh yeah, you're right.
Just this stream. So,
Sounds good.
I mean, if we would do it on Discord, then I mean,
Uh,
but you would probably then have to do it.
no, no, it's okay. Honestly, it's fine how it is for real. On Discord, it's just stupid, right? If you go on Discord and you choose the option connect to PlayStation, right? The
Hmm?
problem is it wouldn't stream my audio if you were on Discord. It's a really weird thing with just PlayStation
Yeah, I know.
where it won't stream the audio. It's so stupid, but it's honestly fine. This will work out. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But then but then the other way around. When you would stream it, then on PC, then my voice is there with yours as well.
Yeah,
So it's a bit weird. I know,
it
but
is. So I was gonna say maybe next week, honestly, maybe next week or something. That way I have like the time to set it up and take care of it all. But for now, this will be okay.
yeah, yeah. As long as it's fine. I just need to put you up in volume personally in here so they can hear you better. Okay.
You're good. And then can you hear me all right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can just increase your volume just from my side. You don't have to do anything.
Perfect. Sounds good. Just making sure I didn't sound like absolutely terrible too.
I mean, you're probably. I mean, for the fact that you're probably from your phone, yeah?
No, yeah, I'm using my AirPods, so I was like, the audio
Yeah,
at least will be fine. I know it's not gonna be the best, but this will work for now.
yeah, yeah, it's fine. It's fine
Cool,
as of
cool.
right now, so it's not that bad.
Sounds good. Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, ready. People in the stream talking. Nikolai is my pook and all that. Uh, yeah, plenty of new
Oh,
people. Yeah,
cool. Stream's live now?
yeah,
Oh, awesome.
yeah. You joining the session?
Damn right. I'm waiting on an invite at the moment, actually.
Uh, Yenga boy, the fraud.
I'll
Um,
ping him real quick, but no big deal.
yeah. All right. Meanwhile, you trying to join the lobby, I'm gonna start talking about the season and all that. So, new season, new drivers, um, as well, new person with me joining in the commentary box, Harshman.
Hi there, guys. Yeah, I'm new to the server. This is going to be my first season as a part of HOR, so here as part of the commentator team, and then just starting some of the Tier 2 racing.
Yeah, and we are starting off with a controversial race in terms of track limits in the game, since you get very easily warnings around Imola. But Imola, very historic track, not really for good reasons either, but it is a historic track. We have some returning faces in here and some new ones. I'm just gonna take the official grid since there are some are as well reserves. Not everyone is actually driving. The reserves that we have in here is Sir Nikolai, Fresh, and Tsunami. The rest are the main drivers, but I'm gonna say who should be driving full time this season in their cars. So in Red Bull we have the Italian duo. If I remember right that Fruggle is Italian. Yeah, he's Italian. So an Italian duo of consisting of Ricky and a newcomer of Fraggle in the Red Bull. Ricky not particularly quick. Fraggle, of course, newcomer to the server, so we will see how he will do. Then to Mercedes, we have Pole and Chesney. There's two drivers that Pole. It's just to give you a perspective to you as well, Harshman. It's Pole is really like he's gonna be in the middle of the pack most of the
Got
time,
it.
around there, and Chesney is gonna be a bit further down, but not too much. But still, two reliable drivers to be driving this season. Then on to Ferrari, we have Chimp, P3 last season in the Drivers' Championship. Yeah, P3 in the Drivers' Championship in the V-Carb, now joining the Ferrari. And next to him is going to be Frizzy. Frizzy, who last season as well he could have fought for the title. At one point, he was as well leading the championship after Saudi, aka round 2, but then after that, he never took that lead back, or at least he never scored that many points again. But yeah, that is the Ferrari lineup. Then we go into the McLarens. We have Clipsy and Alex. Alex pretty quick, and Clipsy as well, somewhat quick. Then we go into the Aston Martins. We have the returning phase of Cialdino, the season 6 champion, if I remember right. No, sorry, season 5. Season 6 is another driver that will go on later on. But yeah, Cialdino, a returning phase. First time he's going to race since the end of season 5, at least full time. And then next to him is going to be Wave Dre, you could say a normal face around HOR, as someone that
And a relatively quick driver too.
yeah, as well that. Then onto Alpine, we have first of all we have another newcomer, Tom Go Proof. Again, we will see how he will do this season and as well in the first race of the season. And then yet again a returning face and yet again a returning champion, Jordan Lancer, yet again back driving full time, season 1 champion, if I remember right. Those are the times that I was not even close joining in here. So if I remember right, season 1 champion. Yeah, because then season 2 it was a different one. Yeah, so season 1 champion, joining back this time season 8, first time as a full-time driver for a long time. I have no idea he was racing before I was even in here. Then into Williams, we have a very interesting lineup of Yengaboy as season 3 champion and finished P4 in the season 7 championship, very close of winning his second championship, but unfortunately he didn't get that. And then next to him is Drew Labonte, as well, very quick driver, but sometimes he likes to overcook himself sometimes. Then we go,
Yeah, I can confirm that.
yeah, then we go into VCarb, and we have yet another champion, this time season 6 champion, Visilbor, returning to VCarb. Season 6 he was at the time it was called AlphaTauri, winning there. Season 7 gone up to Red Bull, but now season 8 has gone back down to VCarb, back to his home where he won his first championship. And then next to him is Taffy, who has joined from McLaren. Yeah, Taffy as well, somewhat of a quick driver, so we will see how they could do as well. Yeah, then we go into the Kick Saubers. We have Zinc as the first of the drivers from Kick, close of winning the championship as well, but unfortunately came out last of the 5 that could have won the championship that season, aka last season. And then next to him is Jono. Jono as well, a reliable driver that, if I remember right, he even had the 100, somewhat of a Well, he has been driving for most of the races, if I remember right. There was some of announcements where whoever was driving 100% of the races. I just want to see that.
So,
Oh
coming
no,
into
it
this
wasn't.
first race, gotta ask, what are your expectations? Who do you expect to stand out, and what are you expecting strategy-wise?
Who do I expect standing out? I mean, are we like by standing out? Are we talking about who is going to win the race, or
Yeah, who might have the best performance?
for the best performance? I mean, there's quite some of them. There's of course Vampy and Vampy, who is quick as well. We didn't even get to the two from the horse drivers, but yeah, Mattia and Vampy, just to confirm. And the other quickstepper is Jono. But yeah, the best chances, probably, I mean, there's few of them that can really win this race. There's Drilla, who is quick. There's Visilbor, of course. There is Sir Nikolai. Boy. I mean, the first part of last season, he was quick. But then after that, after like the three final races have gone, well, pretty bad for him. So hopefully he won't continue that streak. But I don't think Young Boy is gonna have a good one. Frizzy is another one who
That's
could have a go. Like I said, Vampy. Uh, um, Maybe Chaldino. Zinc. I mean, there's like probably 1/3 of the grid who can potentially just go for it for the win. Honestly,
oh, absolutely.
there's there are so many like so close that from so many different teams that anyone could just win this. Honestly, there are so many,
Yeah,
and I mean,
I,
you are of course new to here, so I don't expect you to know who is particularly quick. You of course know some people in here, like you said, Wave and Drilla, I
yeah,
think.
I know a couple other people from another league. So I was gonna say, coming in with my own expectations. I mean, the league I'm currently in, Jenga Boy was just crowned the champion. He's been consistent. So as far as the best I know him, I've raced with him here and there. He's a fairly consistent driver. He's quick. I know Pooley as well. He does have some pace. He can be inconsistent. Um, so he's like Pooley. He's pretty well known for being late on his brakes and generally pushing as hard as he can. So he could make some moves up the order. I'm expecting to see some good stuff out of him today. Say Clipsy as well. He can be decently fast. Usually more of a mid-pack driver in the other league I'm in. But I'm excited to see how this goes. But yeah, that is true. I am new here, so I'm going to be paying really close attention to this race, and I'm excited to see the results.
Yeah. As drivers are doing their times, and Vampy has won provisional pole position with 1:14.090, and towing his teammate Mattia as well, which is already very good to see from the two Italian drivers. So we have Red Bull lineup who are Italian, and Haas, their lineup is as well fully Italian. So a lot of
It's going to be a long
Italians.
race for them.
Yeah, yeah, as well. A home race. There's like Vampy, who is Italian. There is Visilbor. There is Sir Nikolai, Mattia. Ricky, and I don't know, it's Froggle as well Italian. There's so, yeah, he's as well Italian. There's so many Italians in here. It's madness. It's actually
Oh
madness.
yeah, absolutely. You got more than a handful there. I mean, that's got to be a lot of pressure for some of them today. I mean, they're definitely be looking forward to winning their home race or at least putting on a good performance. So obviously we don't have much in yet in terms of qualifying, but we have most everybody out on track. We can just set their first laps of the day. So far, we're just waiting on Sir Nickel, Jenga Boy, the Bard Tsunami, Jono, Fraggle, and Tom to come out and do their first laps. But everyone else is out on track right now, trying to get some, trying to improve their pace.
Yeah, and like I said, quarter of the grid are Italian, so it, it Italian domination in this league is very hard in here. As Fresh finishes his lap to go P6, 115.262 as well. The Ferraris have their own home Grand Prix as Frizzy goes P2, 14.109, showing good pace in that Ferrari. For the
Only just about a tenth off. Quite impressive.
yeah, well, not even a tenth. That's two.
100th. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, two hundredths off. So yeah, it is very close there. But we'll see as well plenty of invalidations. Goya is predicting a pole lap to be at least 13.7. So about 4 tenths faster than what Vampy has done. Maybe maybe 0.6 even. Damn.
Listen, I have seen a 13.7 before. It's absolutely insane what some of these guys can do, but that's just what the beauty of your setup does. Sometimes you just have the best setup, and that's just what gets you that fastest lap.
Yeah, that perfect, perfectly described there. Honestly, I have nothing else to add. Besides that, Cialdino is on his lap. Plenty of traffic that was in front of him going through or on the exit of Acqua Minerale before Variante Alta.
Still setting a green middle sector, though. Nice to see for him. Or
Yeah,
can he
yeah,
keep it up at this very end bit? Ah, locking his brakes and losing the back end there. I don't think so. That might have thrown his lap down the order, but we'll have to see where he ends up here.
yeah. Crossing the line, and it's going to be P4, 14.431. 6 thousandths in front of Clipsy. Yengaboy goes P7, 14.765. And then we have an Alpine. Is that Tom? Yes, that is Tom starting his first flying lap. Then after that, Mattia is on a lap. No, he isn't, going back into the pits. Then it's probably Jono on his flyer. No, he's not. He's invalidated.
Yeah, just right there at the end, unfortunately.
Yeah, and so
He already
Nicola.
has the ERS saved back up to go ahead and set a new one, so let's see what he can do.
Yeah, we'll see. He's using it, so he's going for it again. Vampy, in the meantime, is going to be starting his lap, and then Froggle is going to be finishing his lap. A bit of a wobble on the exit of the first regatta, and the second regatta off track. Somehow not invalidated, but oh, now he's invalidated just before the finish line. That's a little space between the white line and then the wall. You can invalidate there somehow, but yeah, Froggle drifting into Tamburello.
Whistle Bore is coming to the end of his lap now. Let's go ahead and see what he can do.
Ooh,
Good taking pole with the 113.6. Nice prediction from you guys in the audience. That was great from him, but man, oh man, setting pole by almost 4 tenths. That is insanely impressive. We're going to have to see if anyone else can match him. You know, everyone's going to be coming out for their second round of laps now, but
yeah,
boy, oh boy, this is a high bar.
yeah. Vampy is on his lap, a tenth up on his time through the first sector, second sector through Acqua Minerale. And now into Variante Alta, 4 tenths up on his time, so he honestly could go, but he invalidated it through Variante
The purple
Alta.
first sector.
Yeah, he was on it. He was like 4 tenths up on his time almost. So he would have been very close behind Whistleborg since the gap is 4.5 tenths, roughly. So only like half a tenth up, and he would have done it, but unfortunately
Oh,
invalidated.
just connecting with the barrier there also on the way to the pits, but thankfully he has just enough time to hopefully recreate that purple first sector. I mean, that's got to be sad for him though, you know, absolutely hauling 4.5 tenths, just like you said. That might have been it. We also have Dribblebones going out for his actual first lap now instead of being on intermediates at the beginning of the session. Gonna keep an eye on him while he finishes his lap up.
Yeah. But honestly, like that Vampy's lap was as well probably caused by the iffy track limit, where even though your two tires are still on the white line, it still invalidates your lap. So you really need to be cautious in here with your flying laps. Unfortunately, you cannot just push it on them white lines. So your tires need to be like on the actual asphalt in
Dribblebones
here.
with the purple first sector. Here we go.
Yeah,
He's
second.
making his way through.
Yeah, second sector as well,
Oh, thank you.
49.535. And now going downhill into the two reversers, going into the first one. And then now into the second one. Looks pretty
Getting
decent.
the exit perfect.
Yeah, and Drillabons, where is he gonna go? He's gonna go 14.639, goes P8 at 10th, roughly about a 10th in front of his teammate Yingaboy, and still a pretty
But not what he was hoping with that purple middle sector too.
yeah. I mean, the purple sectors that you see on the map are a bit misleading. And I'm saying this from experience, so not always a purple second sector is a faster second sector. Just
Gotcha.
just a tip if you didn't know or whatever. Anyways, Zink finishing his time, and he goes P5 14.377 by Zink, and that's still worst time. I mean, Visible's time is absolutely nuts. Bumpy is out on his outlap again, and hopefully he will do he will actually do a better time, and as well a valid time. In the meantime, Paul finishing his time that was invalidated, but he's now starting his another flying lap. Clipsy goes P5 14.319 in the McLaren, and then Bumpy starts his lap. Wave goes P7 14.399. Jono starting his lap. Then we have a Williams and a Ferrari. That seems to be Frizzy crossing the line, and also as well Driller as well. Alex next one has invalidated. Then after him there's an Alpine of, is that Tom? Yes, that is Tom, but yet again invalid. Let's go to Vampy, who has invalidated again.
These track limits really are killing everybody here, man.
Yeah, they are so bad in here. That they're so bad that you really need to be on the edge of them, and it's not the usual edge that you're on them, unfortunately. To the two Mercedes now. Sir Nikolai goes P6 14.361 in between Zink and Eclipsy there. Who is on Cocoms? It's Harshman, a new person into the HOR server, like you heard him. He's on as well PlayStation app, since he is on PC, and PlayStation PC on the voice on PlayStation side is a bit what it is.
Oh, Frizzy invalidating his lap. That was a shame. He was up, I think he was down by at least a 10th last time I saw that sector time. That is sad for him, just invalidating on that last corner. Feeling I'm willing to bet many are familiar with, but that's a shame. I'm wondering if he's going to have just enough time to go out and try again, but that was a tragedy there.
Yeah, Alex in the meantime is finishing his lap, and he does improve his lap, but not his position. Stays P4, 14.122, only 13 thousandths behind Frizzy, so as well pretty good by Alex. But like I heard you there,
losing the tail there.
Who?
Thankfully, it's a cooldown lap, but if he had gone into the wall or anything else, it would have been disastrous for Alex.
Yeah, yeah. I at that point I already switched off to another driver.
That's all right. Wave Driver right now is a 10th down on his, or 10th up on his previous lap. See if he can get through this last sector clean, not invalidate. And there we go, invalidated his lap as soon as I looked. That is a shame. My goodness, this last corner, as far as I can tell, is already caught out. 3-4 drivers at this point.
Yeah, I mean Wave Driver had already invalidated his lap earlier on. But yeah, I mean, you can say like that this whole track is a bit of a pain for everyone, and it's gonna be more of a pain during the race. 31, or was it 33 laps of this track?
That is a great question. I believe it was 31.
32 apparently by Goya, so
fair enough.
Yeah, but anyways, close enough. Still, it's 32 laps, as Cialdini was improving on his lap, but through Piratella goes way too wide, even off from the wide line. So not even the iffy track limit could even do anything in there. Alex is about to start his lap. There's going to be final flying laps going through soon, as 2 minutes 30 seconds have gone, or are left. What I meant. Whistlebore was on a lap, but invalidated through Tamburello chicane. No, not Tamburello. Oh, that's.
What happened there?
Probably just retired in the pits. If you're talking about Jono.
No, I don't believe so. I believe Vampy, he just got impeded on his lap, unfortunately. Someone else was just there in those first couple corners, and he had nowhere to go.
Yeah,
That's a shame. Thankfully, it wasn't far into a lap, so Vampy will have enough time to charge his ERS and hopefully save his fuel for one more attempt. But that's a lap ruined. Unfortunately, there's going to be a little bit more wear on those tires.
Yeah. Boy, in the meantime, has improved his time to go into top 10, 14.523, literally just P10 for him. The next drivers, I mean, there's plenty of drivers now on the out laps. There's, of course, few of them that are on the laps, but not everyone. Anyone in this pack? No, it doesn't seem like. I'm trying to find the first one who is on a lap. Cialdino has invalidated his lap yet again.
Yeah.
He's trying to get some ERS, and he technically has just enough of ERS. Fuel, sorry.
Mattia down in 13th right now. He actually just improved on his time by I think it's at 4.2 tenths. So that's pretty decent. So I'm going to be spectating him for the last little bit. Currently, he does have a fastest lap of a 15.2. He might be able to get one more position, hopefully passing Cooley with a 1:14.7. So let's see.
Yeah, P10 as well.
Very, very nice. P10, taking 7 tenths off of his previous lap time. Nice job from Mattia. Someone still might be able to pass that in this, quite literally last minute of qualifying, but we'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah, at a 100 as well in front of Boy, just like that. In the meantime, Cialdino retires in the pits. Zink is about to do his lap. Wave Dre is 3.5 tenths up on his line, but he oversteers through the first part of Variante Alta, goes off, but he doesn't invalidate. Well, that's very interesting from Wave. Let's see how much time did he lose there or gain there. But
he'll be thanking some forces above for that.
but he anyways invalidates through on the exit of the final corner. Vampy though on the exit into the finish line goes provisional pole position 13.625. Whistlebore, no chance of improvement, stays P2 with 13.655. Then we have Frizzy, who has invalidated. Then we have Drilla, who is not improving and is weaving like crazy into the finish line. Then we have Sir Nikolai into the finish line. What can he do on his lap? Sir Nikolai is going to go P3 just behind Whistlebore, 13.680. And then we have an Alpine and a Red Bull. Tom goes 15th, but Fraggle beats him to that 15th position. And Zink has invalidated, so that is done with qualifying in here in Imola. Vampy takes the first pole position of Season 8. Whistlebore P2, Sir Nikolai P3, and it's as well a Italian 1, 2, and 3 in front of the Italian fans, and as well, you could say an Italian front row and a second row lockout, since Frizzy in P4 in that Ferrari means that Ferrari as well have a good position driver for the win. But yeah, Vampy takes pole position, Whistlebore P2, Sir Nikolai P3. All three of them are within each other of just 55 thousandths of a second. So yeah, very close in there, and then a bit of a cliff between Sir Nikolai and Frizzy, but still very good job by the top three. And then, like I said, it's Frizzy, then the two McLaren, Wave, Cialdino, Mattia rounds off the top 10, and then it is Boy, Drilla, Paul, Ricky, Fraggle, Tom, excuse me, fresh. Jono with a beautiful time of 132.203, and then it is Tsunami and Taffy, but them two probably had quali bans.
So I will say, it looks like a sad day for Red Bull. Unfortunately, both of their drivers qualifying below the top 10, so they're going to be honestly they might be starving for some points today. But Aston Martin and McLaren, they are both mostly within that top 10. That's going to be great for them if they play their strategies right and work together as a team. They might have an opportunity either to back up the pack behind them or just get a free pit stop in later on if they can. So fingers crossed for them. And then those top four teams all being different, that's honestly really great to see, and I'm sure all of them are going to be really excited, especially considering VCarb currently has a driver that was not able to participate in qualifying. Someone being high up there is going to be great for their points for the championship.
Yeah. In this race, strategy is pretty easy, medium, hard, or someone is going to go crazy and go hard, medium, but the most important part of this Grand Prix is going to be track limits, and the hot topic as well, like I said, are going to be track limits. So you just don't want to get them track limits as we go 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and green lights out, and away we go. Holy here crap, in the Italian Grand Prix. Vampy gets a good start. Visilbor gets eaten by Sir Nikolai. Sir Nikolai got a very good start, already side by side with the Polster Vampy into turn 1, but Vampy has the inside line, and Sir Nikolai wasn't close enough to go for the overtake. Ricky behind has spun, and Frizzy as well spun through the first couple of corners. Frizzy from P4 down to P20 just within the first couple of corners. The disaster for the Ferrari fans has gone wild, and for the rest of the pack, the two McLarens in good positions, 4th and 5th. Then Zinc, and then the two Aston Martins of Wave and Chaldino. Mattia, P9, Yengaboy rounds off the top 10. Meanwhile behind, Tom and Safi go well, a little bit rivaling with that P16. Taffy trying to gain a few positions after his quali ban. The same with Tsunami, who is up into P12. By the way, I just want to say, Tsunami, who started, was he P20 or was it P19? P19.
P19.
He's up into P12 already. Meanwhile, behind, Jono is trying to botch his way through Fresh, through the Ravatzes, pushes Fresh a bit off track. So Nikolai, new fastest lap of 19.456. Jono is in front of Fresh, who is on the hards, including Chaldino. The rest of the field are on the mediums.
Oh, we have connection between, looks like Chaldino and Zinc there going through that corner. Unfortunately,
Wave into the wall.
Into the barrier. Who was that behind him?
I don't know, but he has spun it. I believe that was maybe Yengaboy who was behind him, or Mattia.
I thought there was contact there.
I don't know, but Wave has a broken front wing and pretty damaged
Yengaboy right now.
Front wing. Yeah, Yengaboy as well, and Drilla as well, trying to go for the overtake into the Variant Aqua Minerale, and he has made it. Mattia as well being attacked by Tsunami into the Aqua Minerale, and now into the Variante Alta. Mattia is going to get attacked by Tsunami into Alta, and Tsunami off track overtakes Mattia. Is he going to give that position back? We'll see. Mattia has plenty of VRS compared to Tsunami's, well, almost zero amounts of VRS. So Mattia should get an easy overtake in here. Meanwhile, we'll go
DRS up at the front. Vampy get the move on Nikolai. Here we go. Right. Nice easy move by Vampy, and Villabor is not able to make the move behind. No double overtake, so Nikolai is going to be happy to be maintaining that second place, but he's going to be looking to get it back throughout this lap, or even at the start of the next one on that straight.
Yeah. As Paul Villabor going for it on Sir Nikolai. Sir Nikolai maybe lost it on the exit of the Villeneuve chicane, but Villabor is up into P2 in front of Sir Nikolai somehow. There is a Vampy's at least first warning that we see through Piratella, caught on camera. Taffy going for the overtake on Ricky through Piratella as well, and he's up to P15. so far no penalties yet for any of the drivers, but if on lap 3 you have a penalty, then you're gonna have a long race. As well, Wave is gonna have a very long race since he's down in P20, just changed his front wing, his tires, and 40 seconds behind Frizzy, so that's not really ideal. By the way.
Speaking of Frizzy, he is going to be absolutely disappointed in that
Oy.
restart. Boy, Vampy going for the move, but not quite able to make it stick.
That was Visibor who made the overtake, but yeah, a little bit of contact there between them two. As Yengaboy, the first one to get a 3-second time penalty on lap 4 out of 32, so Yengaboy is probably going to have a very long race in here. But yeah, Visibor, bit of contact between Vampy and Visibor on the main straight. Visibor trying to overtake Vampy, but in the end it was just a little bit of contact. And Visibor is in front as Sir Nikolai was a bit
going wide.
Like I said, Sir Nikolai going a bit wide. Whoa, there.
Alex completely around.
Is he? Yeah, he is. Down to P9.
7th position, 9th position. He is
10, 11. Dropping. A little bit of sliding through Variant Alta, and he's getting spun around by Jono as well on the exit. And he's dropped down from like P4 down to P17. And just in front of Frizzy, who's trying to go for it maybe into the Ravazza. No, he doesn't. He knows that Alex isn't going to have the DRS, I believe. Is Alex going to have the DRS? I just want to see this quickly. Yeah, he doesn't.
No, he will not.
Now, in the meantime, in front, Visibor got overtaken by both Vampy and Sir Nikolai. So he's back down to P3 again. In the meantime, behind, Alex got double overtaken by Frizzy and Fraggle. So he's dropped down to, well, from trying to go for it. Alex on Fraggle. On the inside of Tossa, he's going for it. Up the inside of Fraggle into Tossa, a bit of contact between them. Now they're going side by side up the hill. A little bit of contact again. And into Piratella, Alex is in front, and Fraggle isn't gonna try and do an overtake into Aquaman Raleigh. So yeah, Alex in front of Fraggle, who just gets a 3-second time penalty as well. So far, the top 6 have gotten away from the rest of the pack. Drilla 2.5 seconds behind Chaldino. Then a little bit of a peloton, if you know what I mean, in terms of cycling and stuff. In the meantime, Sir Nikolai going for the overtake on Vampy into turn number 2, actually. Yeah, that was a bit close with Vampy.
Getting the overtake done, though.
Yeah, he did get that. Visibor as well tried to sniff maybe an overtake there. Sir Nikolai looked to go a bit wide through Villeneuve. Yellows, though, that's Frizzy out of the Grand Prix, and that's a safety car on lap 6 out of 32. Frizzy spun on the exit of the Tamburello chicane going into turn 4, and that brings out the first safety car of the Grand Prix. And those who are on the hards are going to be a bit screwed in here, because, I mean, on the hards are really almost indestructible on this game. So you could have a go at driving from this point to the end of the Grand Prix on the hards.
You could try that. They might also be looking at maybe pitting for sauce later in the race, but at this point, yeah, the hard runners are, as you said, they might actually just be a little screwed right now. This is going to be a great opportunity for Wave Dre at the moment, obviously still being 45 seconds behind, so even though he is on fresher hards, at the very least, he'll be able to catch back up with the rest of the pack, and then it's going to be beneficial for somebody like Alex as well, who we saw fall down earlier on just a couple laps ago. Tardino actually now into P1, opting not to pit. I mean, fair enough to him. He was in P6 that entire time, holding on with those hard tires, and he was able to stay as a part of that DRS train. So maybe him not pitting might be the best idea.
Yeah, Fresh though, who was as well on the hards, has decided to pit. Has decided to stay out on his 6-lap old mediums though. So Interesting from Jono. He is going to be playing a very good. He is going to be playing a beneficiary part for Cialdino because he is going to be holding up the cars behind, which are Sir Nikolai Vampy and Visilbor, which are very quick. But yeah, Jono is going to be going a bit slow, or slower than the cars behind, and he's going to be playing a good part for Cialdino. 6-lap pole.
Ultimately,
yeah, go on.
Go ahead.
Nah,
Okay, yeah, I would
nah,
say
you
ultimately Jono staying in P2 is probably the best idea for him. With that 3-second time penalty, ultimately he knows that it's going to affect him at the end of the race. So, I mean, currently he's up 16 positions from where he started. So, if he even falls back to P10 at this point, that I think staying out might be the best idea. He might have lost all this time behind everybody who just pitted. So, it's a bit risky, but if he can make those tires last, honestly, it might work out well in the long run.
Yeah, it could. I mean, yeah, if there's gonna be another safety car, then, like, I mean, it really needs to be a very strategic move. Like, I mean, he said that he's trying to help out Zinc in here. I mean, to be fair, it can be as well that work, to try and help out his teammates, but.
And looking down the orders, we have actually everybody except Charles Inho, Jono, and Wavedrive pitted, but Fresh is the only one who pitted for medium tires. Gotta say, what do you think his thinking is here? Do you think he's going to try and run it out and try to hit for softs closer to the end, or what's his strategy at this point?
I mean, it could be for the softs in the end, or. I mean, he started on the hards, so he started on the hards at first, so he was probably just thinking, okay, let me just get into the mediums. He wasn't probably thinking like Cialdino to try and stay out on them hards as long as possible. He's probably just trying to do maybe medium in here now, or maybe medium soft. Although softs really run out like very quickly with the pace compared to the mediums and hards very easily. So maybe medium. Depends, of course, what his tire allocation is. If he's going for softer,
right,
then it is only softs then. But he probably has to pit, since the mediums are going to be very, very hard to go until the end of the race. But
in this lap, all right.
Yeah, but just to end this thought, he's probably just going for the medium or medium soft. He's just trying to.
Sense, honestly.
He's just trying to do a strategic work and not like Cialdino, who's trying to sort of maybe work out with luck. As Wave gets a 10-second time penalty for a severe collision with Froggle. I mean, Cialdino is going very slow. He's going very, very slow in here.
That's a shame for Wavedray. I mean, considering he's already dead last.
Yeah, Cialdino's going. Cialdino's going. He is going. He has pulled the trigger very early on. He did not particularly cause Jono to sleep, but Sir Nikolai overtaking Jono very early on, and he still has that illegal overtake, and that could be beneficiary for Vampy. Are they going 3 wide? Yes, they are going almost 3 wide. Vampy around the outside of Jono. Is he gonna be able to make it around the outside into Tamburello? Yes, he has done it. Beautiful move by Vampy to go up into P2 and early on to overtake that slow Sauber in front of him. Meanwhile, his rivals and his fellow countrymen, Sir Nikolai and Visible are still struggling. Well, not really struggling Sir Nikolai anymore, but Visilbor is going to be now struggling with Jono in front of him. Sir Nikolai as well got quickly in front of Jono so that he doesn't lose touch of Vampy, although he went a little bit wide through Aquaman. Raleigh now, Visilbor going for it on the inside of Jono into Variante Alta, and a beautiful move there by Visilbor. Now Jono goes a bit wide on the exit of Variante Alta, getting overtaken by Clipsy, and now right behind him is Zing, so he's probably gonna let him through on the straight. He of course doesn't want to keep him behind, DRS has been enabled. Zinc easily overtaking his teammates, and John, of course, will try and defend the cars behind him.
And on the inside of Jono as well. Here we go. We got
Yeah.
Drillabones looking for a
Oh,
move.
inside. Oh, Jono going a bit on the sausage grips. There was a bit contact between himself and Drilla.
Didn't look like any damage was picked up.
No, I think it was just a bit argy-bargy in there. Just heavy contact, but doesn't look like that any of them got any damage. It's just that heavy contact, but not any damage or anything. In the meantime, Tsunami trying his luck to go up inside of Piratella, but he has absolutely no ERS left in his tank. Very early on as well. Like, we started the race like a lap ago, and already no ERS at this stage of the race. So it's very concerning for Tsunami's race in terms of ERS, because ERS is as well a crucial part in this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Go ahead and looking above. Clipsy might already be falling back behind DRS. He looks like he's going to miss DRS actually in this next zone. That could be a big deal. These top four look like they're just going to pull away just again.
Yeah, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. In the meantime,
and he has no ERS to burn either.
Yeah, none of that as well. In the meantime, in front, Chaldino has been overtaken by Vumpy. Meanwhile, right behind him is Sir Nikolai. Visible just about keeping up with his rivals. Jono,
looking like they took each other out.
Yeah, it seems like it. Jono spun around through Tamburello. Froggle as well was going down the grid a little bit. Froggle, yet another 3-second time penalty. Alex getting overtaken by Tsunami, but Tsunami down in 16. Probably you mentioned that. I just didn't understand. I'm gonna be honest.
That's okay. That's fair. Keep an eye on the gap ahead. We have another separation here. I know I just talked about Clipsy. Now a second and a half behind Drillable in front. We also have Jenga Boy almost 2 seconds behind the small pack that is Clipsy, Zink, and Drillable, his teammate. So that could be consequential. I mean, especially with Jenga Boy right now having that 3-second time penalty. If he isn't able to catch back up, he might be really vulnerable to everybody behind. So my question is, honestly, is he going to be looking to back up the pack and hold position, or is he going to let someone pass him and try and use DRS later on? It's just currently with that 3-second time penalty, he might be screwed. And there we go. We got Zink and Clipsy. We got Zink moving up the order. Nice job with the DRS there.
Yeah, and as well up in front, Visible has got. Sir Nikolai got overtaken by Visible. That's easier. Chaldino though is still in front of them two behind, even though he's on 6-lap older tires. That is very good news for Vumpy, who is trying, of course, to get away from the two behind them that are on the same strategy as him. There's just Chaldino kind of linking them. So if Chaldino is going to lose that DRS, which it looks like it might, it's 8.5 tenths just before Variante Alta. Taffy getting a 3-second time penalty. Chaldino, is he going to get that? Yes, he's going to get that. The DRS, as there the DRS detection zone was. And going into the Ravata, he's going to have that. Froggle gets another 3-second time penalty. He got that. He got his 6-second like a lap ago. So
he's just collecting them now.
Yeah. And now Visible is going on the move for Chaldino up as a P2. And that's an easy move for Visible to go in front of Chaldino. And now focusing on his main rival, Vumpy. Them two were teammates 2 seasons ago. Now they're rivals in 2 very different teams. One based in US and the other based in Faenza, in the same country as Imola, but a bit further off.
Something we've seen we miss as well. Clipsy and Zink seem to switch positions back. Fortunately, just losing them time. Zink, actually, they were catching up a little bit. The gap went from about 2.1 seconds to about 1.7 during that last lap. Unfortunately, with them fighting, they just keep losing time to pack up in front.
Yeah.
At this point, I know that they're still on rival teams, but it might be best for them to work together if they want any hopes of a podium or something further. Alex getting another 3-second time penalty as well. Seems to be having some trouble down in the back. I'm not exactly sure what just happened, but he lost 2 positions to Wave Dre and Taffy just in front of him.
Yeah, Tsunami as well getting a 3-second time penalty in front though as well. Cialdino got himself a 3-second time penalty. At this point, he's probably just trying to stay within this pack of cars in front of him, just to try and build up the gap. Just try and build up the gap to the cars behind, so that then, well, a bit of a slide on the exit of Tamburello, but he nicely saved it. But yeah, just try and build up the gap so that then for his pit stop, then the gap is going to be as big as possible, so that he doesn't have to actually overtake that many drivers as he spins going into Tossa. Probably just took a tiniest amount of grass on the entry, and that tiniest amount of grass caused him to spin around dramatically into Tossa. And his strategy that I was talking about has gone, well, from being in a good hands. Out the window,
honestly.
Yeah, like you said, to being thrown out of the window, and so now it's dropping down to P9. Many drivers getting 3-second time penalties.
The track reversed by Jenga Boy. What's happening? You see, it looks like he just went off track here just a second ago. Now we have a pack of, what is this? I think that's 7 cars all within a second at this point. So, or not even 7. Sorry, way more than that.
Yeah, way more than that. We have like two different packs. We have
11 cars.
yeah. Basically, from Yengamoy downwards, we have so many cars. We have Ricky who
overtake. Did Jenga Boy just run into the back of him?
Probably.
Like
and
3 wide. Holy crap!
What is going on?
This is going insane. Pooley losing his position there. He just went wide. He just gained 2 positions, loses them again.
Yeah, now Mattia going up the inside of Mattia. Yeah, and Mattia going up the inside of Cialdino. Cialdino though is still keeping that position alive. Zingy gets a 3-second time penalty, but yeah, Mattia, who wanted to go up the inside of Yengaboy, and he was in front of Yengaboy. On the exit of Tamburello, he lost, well, a lot of positions. Ricky somehow is up to P8 from Jono retires in the pits in the meantime. But yeah, Ricky, who started the race in P14, is up to P8 on lap 15 out of 32. So halfway through the race, we start now with the leaders, and Ricky is doing very good at the moment with no penalties as well. So that's very crucial. No penalties is very crucial in this race. In the meantime, in front, Alex gets a 10-second time penalty and retires in the pits.
Ricky going right around Jenga Boy, quite nice.
Yeah, Ricky going up the yeah.
Not as much drama through that first set of corners of last lap. I'm quite surprised though. Actually, quite a few of them have some DRS saved up. I was expecting to see them burning it. Charles Dinho had. Excuse me, sorry. Charles Dinho had about 80% of his DRS or his ERS left at the beginning straight. Didn't use any of it, and then it looks like the same thing for Mattia behind. Neither of them tried to fight each other there. Neither of them tried to burn it on that back straight, but here we go, going side by side. Pooley making a move on Mattia. Looks like Mattia ran a little wide there. Ooh, Mattia just getting around on the inside. Pooley looking to make a switchback. Pooley is out of ERS at the moment, though, only running on 5%. Some slight contact.
Outside, Pooley had to go into the wall!
Into the wall!
Ay, the 2 tires got locked between Mattia and Paul. 2 tires got locked, and as well Fresh has spun out in the same corner, but Mattia and Paul, their tires got locked between each other, and they went
going back up. We have Visselborg making a move on Nikolai. That was a beautiful move just there, with Vampy right behind them. They're all super close together. Once again, we got some action coming from the Jenga Boy, losing a position to Ricky once again. Will he be able to get back during the lap? Whoa, what happened?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what do you want. Ricky goes a bit wide through Villeneuve. Is Yengaboy gonna go trying on the inside? Yes, he is trying to go up the inside, but Ricky gets a very good exit. He gets a very good exit, and Yengaboy is still in P7. Behind him, he has his teammate, who isn't looking good in pace at the moment. He was like, I mean, he was like with Clipsy and Zinc at the beginning, and now he's drop down to this pack, the rest of the grid pack. Jardino trying to go up the inside of the younger boy. Driller into Variante Alta. That didn't work out, but that did work out for Taffy, who just watched that behind and just took the 2 positions from Cialdino and Drilla, who is now Cialdino was fighting with Tsunami, it seemed. Yeah.
Going back up the orders for Nikolai, takes poles again, but he goes deep into the first corner. Doesn't look like it's going to be quite enough for Visselborg to go ahead and take it, and then Wave Dre DNFing.
In the pits.
Able to catch what happened there. Oh, in the pits. Got it.
Oh, Zink spins through Villeneuve.
Out.
No, he's not out. He managed to save it. No, it doesn't seem like
no wing damage, no nothing.
Yeah, he managed to keep it out of the walls, but he did drop it, and now Clipsy is left alone. He's just about behind Vampy, behind our 1 second. Trent, there was a safety car on lap 6. On lap 6, and there was a safety car. But yeah, Zink managed to keep it out of the walls from that spin. Very lucky for him, he got no damage. But yeah, unfortunately, he's dropped only 1 position and dropped a mass amount of time on Clipsy, 5.7 seconds behind Clipsy. In front though, Visselborg is gonna try and go for the overtake on Nikolai. I mean, he knows that Nikolai has a 3 seconds. Is he gonna send it? No, he doesn't. He doesn't want to send it anymore, since he knows that.
Top quarter rules.
Yeah. In the meantime, behind, is there anything happening? Ricky? No.
Clipsy is trying to get himself back into the order as well. He's in for a bit of or he's going to be struggling here. We saw him at 1.7 seconds just the last lap. So hopefully these top 3 fighting will give him an opportunity for a podium, maybe get him in the mix with them. If any of these top 3 collide at this point, right, that's basically a clip, where they collide and gain some sort of substantial damage, that could be a Clipsy podium, considering he has no time penalties currently, and he is catching them at various points throughout the lap, usually staying about 1.7 seconds behind until that back straight. Clipsy got to keep his head down and grind right now.
Yeah, I mean, he might not know that Sir Nikolai has a 3-second time penalty, unless he has a friend that has told him that the leader has a 3 seconds, so push. But yeah, I mean,
unless he has a race engineer. Yeah.
Yeah, Froggle getting another 3 seconds time penalty, as well as Taffy. But yeah, like you said, I mean, Clipsy is keeping up with the drivers in front. In the meantime, Visselborg going on the attack on Sir Nikolai, as well as Vampy going on the attack on Sir Nikolai, and Sir Nikolai getting overtaken by the 2 cars. But yeah, Clipsy is keeping up with the cars in front in terms of pace throughout the corners, but then on the straights, then he just can't do anything. The cars in front have the DRS, and they're somewhat working together, compared to Clipsy's top speed, who, well, he has no DRS, so he's a bit left alone. 5.7 seconds behind is Zink, and the 2 seconds in front is Sir Nikolai, but that gap is probably going to be increasing and increasing.
Just going to give a quick shout out to Jenga Boy. He has maintained, him and Ricky have both maintained the front of this little pack that we have behind. They've been trading back and forth, honestly, almost every single lap, but just want to shout out them real quick. They are making sure that nobody else is getting behind, and Drill Bones as well might be a huge part of that, trying to keep his teammate just in front. They might be working well together at this point in the race. They probably know, okay, keep our head down. They currently have the best shot for a bucket of points. If they get another pit stop, right, or if they're able to take these hards till the end of the race, they're just the only team up there right now that are roughly in even position.
Yeah. By the way, in the front though, Sir Nikolai actually overtook both Visselborg and Vampy without them two changing, without Visselborg and Vampy changing positions, which is interesting. So yeah, Sir Nikolai back into the race lead. Behind still, the grid staying the same, although it seems like the Taffy got overtaken by Tsunami. Mattia gets a 3-second time penalty. Muna in front, Sir Nikolai gets overtaken by Visselborg. Mattia spins round on the exit of Tamburello. and his
Oof.
last has front wing damage, massive front wing damage, so he will have to pit. But I want to still point out the fact that Cialdino is still in that pack of
Yes, he is.
the rest of the cars, and he still hasn't pitted. He's still on the same hard tires that he started on, so his strategy at the moment is not really paying out well as of right now.
I was
So
gonna say
not
same thing for Fresh. Unfortunately, taking those mediums, I wasn't able to tell if there was an incident earlier that might have affected him. But Fresh as well in those mediums also seems to be losing out. Clipsy as well is gaining massive amounts of time to the back and front. But before this back straight here's only 1.5 seconds behind. Pretty impressive from him. So yeah, I definitely think he realizes it's time to put down his head and grind. Jenga Boy making it past, getting by Ricky there. No other changes with that little grid. Oh, we have the
no.
Bard Tsunami going past Drillabone. Drillabone looking like he went a little wide.
Outside Tsunami, it looked a bit close between Tsunami and Drillabons going into the Villeneuve, but Drillabons is still in front of Tsunami. We shall look at the penalties a little bit. So the drivers who have 3 seconds are Sir Nikolai, Zink, Yingaboy, and Tom. Then 6 seconds are Drilla, Tsunami, Cialdino, and Mattia. 9 seconds is only Paul, and then 12 seconds of penalties have Taffy and Froggle. The rest of the grid, Visible, Vampy, Clipsy, Ricky, and Fresh have 0 penalties, surprisingly. Very well done for them, but just shows how, a bit...
Treacherous.
Yeah, treacherous the track limits are in here. Visible trying to go for it on Sir Nikolai, but he backs out of it. Was on the outside, he didn't want to risk it. He knows that Sir Nikolai has a 3 seconds as well. Clipsy definitely now knows that Sir Nikolai has a 3 seconds, since Sir Nikolai wasn't leading the race the whole time. Behind though, Drilla is a bit falling down. The order contact between himself and that is multiple cars. That is one of the Aston Martins. That's Cialdino, it seems like, and that is Taffy as well. Taffy front wing damage. Drilla spun round. And does he have front wing damage as well? Yes, he does. Front wing damage as well. Massive pile up of cars. Maybe it looked like as well. Maybe it looks that Cialdino just got caught up in it. But at least Taffy and Drilla were the sort of culprits of this incident. And unfortunately, both of them have front wing damage. One of them spun and one of them managed to somewhat keep it going, but has a lot bigger front wing damage. Froggle has 15 seconds of penalties.
3-second time penalty.
We still have nine laps to go in this race. That's mad. Yeah, you go.
Yeah. There we have. Let's say here we have some position changes up in the front again. Nikolai unfortunately is dropping back a little bit from first to third. That's good for Clipsy just behind. He needs that 3-second time penalty, and right now he's on for a podium. He just needs to stay within 2.2 seconds of Nikolai ahead.
Yeah. In the meantime, behind Taffy and Drilla, expectedly, they go into the pits. In the meantime as well, Tsunami up to a P8. He started P19. So he's had a very good race as of right now. The same with his teammate Tom, who started P16. That is P16 for Tom as well. So the two Alpines have been doing very good in this race at the moment. Both of them starting outside of the top 15. And at the moment, both of them are in the top 10 in P8 and P9. So at the moment, they are doing very well. In the meantime, at front, Sir Nikolai dropping down a little bit of time on Visselbor. Although, to be fair, he did overtake Vampy. Visselbor just about has the DRS. He has to catch up a bit to Visselbor now. Take as well on Visselbor. Yes, he is on the inside. Is he going to overcook it, though? Yes, he has overcooked it going into turn 2 and 3.
Off track.
And Sir Nikolai is going to stay P2 as of right now. But he did overcook it going into turn 2 and 3. And so, yeah, his overtake on Visselbor failed.
No damage was picked up as well, which is impressive. Just gonna make a note of that.
Yeah. Tom going up to P8. Cialdino still has to pit from his heart. Taffy going back into the pit. Is he gonna retire? Yep, there we go. Another retirement in this race. And Drilla as well is gonna do that as well. So
6 retirements so far.
yeah, 6 retirements. Only one of them was caused was an actual crash. The other 5 were just people quitting, unfortunately.
Yeah, briefly talking about some of the retirements. Gotta say, it's a sad day for Frizzy and Alex Frizzy dropping 16 positions ultimately because he has to finish dead last, and Alex dropping 13. That's gotta sting for both of them. You know, starting 4th and 5th, they were honestly looking pretty good at the beginning of this race, and Clipsy and Alex being up that front, I expect them McLaren to have a great weekend, but unfortunately with one DNF, and hopefully Clipsy can hang on and maybe get a podium. Looks like that 3rd place might be the best they can do.
Yeah. Will Nikolai off track through Villeneuve? I mean, Nikolai looks like to be a very quick. He's looking very quick, but he's making a lot of mistakes compared to his rivals behind, who don't really make any mistakes. It seems like Visible and Vampy, but crucially, they don't have any sort of penalties at the moment. Fresh in the pit to go for the softs, so that's the strategy that we were talking about. He's gone from mediums to softs. Of course, with those softs, he can go for the fastest lap. At the moment, fastest lap is a 16.339 set by Vampy. So he can go for the fastest lap. It is a possibility. But he's going to have a horse behind him a bit breathing down. Cialdino, yet another 3-second time penalty. Froggle, by the way, has 18 seconds of penalties. I just want to mention that. That is a lot. Mattia
At this rate, I reckon he'll finish with 24. I mean, he is just collecting these.
Yeah, he's collecting, like, he's a hardcore collector of them, I guess. They are very rare, I guess, for him. I don't know. Anyways, Ricky...
all he needs now is to get a 10-second time penalty and go ahead and get everything he needs there.
Yeah, Froggle goes into the pits for the softs, interestingly. In the meantime, his teammate has overtaken Yengaboy to go up to P6, and Yengaboy as well got overtaken by Tom, and he's gone up to P7. For Tom, this is a very good result at the moment, but we still have 6 laps to go. And yeah, I mean, at the moment, Alpines, like I've been saying, they have a very good race at the moment, and as well, both the Alpines have 6 seconds though. Froggle hits another 3-second time penalty. Froggle, 21 seconds. Jesus Christ.
I think 24 was not enough of the guess.
Yeah, my guy is gonna get disqualified at this rate because of his penalties.
If he gets to an even 30, I'll be impressed.
At that point, he's gonna get disqualified. At that point, he's gonna get disqualified. In the meantime, Sir Nikolai overtaken Visible for the lead of the Grand Prix. Going a bit sideways, going into the temporal, goes wide this time. And Visible gets overtaken, and both of them going into the wall. Vampy and Sir Nikolai, contact between them. And
neither are DNF'd.
Yeah.
Percy going through. Currently, Sir Nikolai has a broken front wing. I can't see what kind of damage it looks like Vampy has.
Vampy doesn't seem to have any. But, oh, and behind as well, Cialdino, it seems like he's gone into the wall as well on the exit of the Tamburello. It seems like that he's gone himself. Doesn't seem like he's gotten a puncture. No, he doesn't have a puncture yet. But, yeah, Cialdino has spun. But in the meantime, this pretty much can be said. We can say that this is a guaranteed win for Visilbor. Just with handful of laps to go. Vampy 2.8 seconds behind. Sir Nikolai damaged front wing. He could gamble to go to the end of the Grand Prix with this wing, but then he's gonna have to really fight off like crazy. He's gonna be losing plenty of seconds, and he's staying out with that front wing. He's trying to fight with that front wing. He's gonna try it. Clipsy though, he has a guaranteed podium on track as well. He can go for a potential P2. It's just gonna be the question, does he want to risk that? that is going to be a very good question. Tom, in the meantime, has been spun round on the straight, has fronting damage on both of the end plates. Damn, drivers are really bottling this, or spinning rounds a lot in the final laps of the Grand Prix. Froggle goes for the fastest lap, 16.1. Yeah.
With 30 seconds, almost 30 seconds of time penalties. That fastest lap is a nice little cherry on top, I suppose.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, drivers are really now spinning a lot. Mattia, is he gonna go for the fastest lap? And he doesn't retire yet. He might be going for the fastest lap. In the meantime, up front for P2, Clipsy is close behind Vumpy. Vumpy and Clipsy have pretty similar amounts of VRS. Neither of them are using it though. Is Clipsy gonna try and go for it on a Vumpy on the straight just by using his DRS? No, he doesn't. He's not going for it.
Looks like he's recharging.
Yeah, he's trying to recharge his battery. He was lifting off on the straight, so he's not trying to go for it. In the meantime, who has gone for it is Zinc, who goes off track, overcooks the corner, and Zinc spins round on the exit of turn 3. Mistake by Zinc. He had that move for P4 done. He probably could have guessed that Sir Nikolai had fronting damage since he was catching up to Sir Nikolai very easily. But now he has bottled it, and he's gone down to P8 after his mistake. He missed the braking going into the Tamburello, and now he's dropped down to P8, and behind Ricky, Jengaboy, and Tsunami, who is in P5. By the way, Tsunami has fronting damage as well. Interestingly, maybe the two Alpines had contact.
Currently as well, we have Jenga Boy with only 3 seconds of time penalties compared to Sir Nikolai and Tsunami's 6 seconds apiece. So at this point, I don't think Jenga Boy will be able to get 4th place from Sir Nikolai. Doesn't look like Tsunami is catching enough, especially with that. I mean, it looks like he has a slightly less broken front wing, but with another broken front wing and not having quite the same pace as them throughout the laps. It might be on Jenga Boy to pass Tsunami here and see if he can get that P4 from Nikolai, but doesn't look like he's burning any ERS right now.
No.
He's just holding position.
No, he's holding it for that final lap of the Grand Prix. He's holding it.
Clipsy
Tsunami gets
also
another 3-second time penalty. He gets another 3-second time penalty, Tsunami, so he's gonna be dropping down a lot. Cialdino pitting.
Actually,
finally! Cialdino has pitted. Jesus, finally! He's gone the full race on those hards, including a safety car. He's gone a full race on those tires, and only now he has pitted.
I mean, considering, his strategy almost worked out, right? In another universe, maybe he currently would have been P6 before he pit. Like, good on him. That's insane. But scratch what I said earlier about Jenga Boy probably not getting P4. Just in this just in that, like, the first sequence of corners, Tsunami and Jenga have definitely gotten within that penalty area that they needed. Just say at this point, Tsunami is still going to be dropping back some places, but Nikolai with 6 seconds and Jenga Boy with 3. Jenga Boy is definitely within that 3-second area, and here we go. Clipsy now going for 2nd place. All right. See how this goes. He has 1 lap to defend. He's used almost all of his battery. They both have used almost all their battery. Got it with Vampy only currently having 13% in there, and Clipsy having 20. Not that much of a difference. This last little back straight is going to be insane, and Visselborg is in for a very looking behind Jenga Boy, losing a position there, but Visselborg
Sir Nikolai just cutting the corner. Sir Nikolai just fully.
Jeez Louise.
He's just cutting the corner fully, just like seeing the understeer. I'm like,
he's giving up.
Nope. No.
Yeah, he's given up. It's fair at this point.
Yeah.
But congrats to Visselborg coming to a nice easy win after a race full of battling for that top 4, that top 3. Clipsy now fighting for his life. They're both using the last drops of overtake.
Is he gonna send it? Is he gonna send it? No, he doesn't. He doesn't want contact, but he's not gonna send it. He's not gonna send it. Visselborg though is gonna come through the line, and he's gonna win the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, his first win of the season, and the season 6 champion is back. Clipsy rounds off or rounds off, finishes P2,
Take second place.
and Vampy rounds off the podium. Tsunami is gonna finish on track P4, but the Yenga boy gets P4. Ricky P5 from P15 or 14. Tsunami P6. Sir Nikolai P7 after his contact with Vampy and fronting damage. Zinc P8. Tom P9. Paul is gonna round off the top 10. Froggle is gonna finish in P11 on track, but with his 21 seconds of penalties, is gonna be fresh in front of him. Chaldinho is not gonna make it into those 21 seconds since he has 12 seconds himself, and the gap is roughly 17 seconds. Fresh is gonna finish in P11. Froggle P12. Chaldinho doing some going in reverse since he knows that Mattia has been lapped, and Chaldinho is gonna finish the Grand Prix in P13, and the last driver to be on the same lap as the leaders. But yeah, driver today by the game, it seems to be Tsunami, but honestly there's a lot of nominees. You could nominate so many different drivers of the days. It's madness.
Yeah, absolutely. This was a great first race for the season, but I'll go ahead and throw out a driver of the day. I would honestly say Clipsy. I did not expect him to be getting a podium today. So the fact that he did and getting ultimately P2 on that final lap, great job to Clipsy. Ultimately, he was able to just stay where he needed to be, and well, he was rewarded handsomely.
Yeah, he was relying less on merit compared to the others. For example, Ricky, Tsunami. But as well, they had very good races themselves as well. I mean, you could nominate. I'm not gonna really say in here who is my clear winner since there are so many. But then my nominees would be Clipsy, Tsunami, Ricky, probably as well Yenga Boy from P11, and then well, Visible probably to the race winner. So that would be my 5 nominees.
Yeah, that absolutely
Yeah,
sounds great.
yeah.
I can definitely see that.
Honestly, I mean, yeah, those are my nominees. You could probably sneak in maybe Tom in here. Of course, it's a bit hard to nominate him since, well, he probably could have gotten a lot better if not that incident with the cars around him. But yeah, honestly, just a crazy race for round 1 in Imola. I don't
Yeah.
think you expected either to be this crazy for the first race, especially around Imola.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely not. But I gotta say, I was a bit spoiled today, and I'm very glad I was able to join for this, especially as the first race and first time commentating here. What a great one to be at.
yeah, as well, good to be on the season start and not mid-season, so that you don't have to look at the drivers to do the driver standings and all that. Just first race, new season, and fresh one coming in. So that's probably the best way to join in and not mid-season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
So I'd like to say thank you for letting me join you here today, and
yeah, yeah,
I'm
of
excited
course,
for next week.
yeah, of course. My my doors are always open for a commentator if there is space, of course. If there is, for example, you and someone else, then I'm not gonna say who am I gonna pick. I'm gonna let you two then just decide, or
Fair
then Yenga
enough.
boy. I don't care. But yeah, next week, next round, it's gonna be Canada around Montreal. Um, you could say somewhat similar track. Well, of course, a lot more straights, a lot more opportunities to overtake to to turn 1, to the like the second or the first DRS, then to the the hairpin, and then pretty much the second DRS, the chicane, and then the third DRS on the start finish straight. Although basically a lot more overtaking opportunities around the track, but still should be a very good one. The championship, pretty much the results as they are in there, unless some penalties are going to get removed, some penalties are going to be applied. But we'll see the end results next week. And do you have anything else to add, Harshman?
No, nothing else I can think of. You wrapped it up great.
Yeah, so like I said, next week is going to be Canada, so see you next week around Montreal. Ciao.